Hopefully this works. I mean, it's flash. It shouldn't have to change the resolution. Please stop. Alright.
Presented by Sega.
Oh man, I forgot how loud this was.
Created by Hitmaker.
So, hey. Welcome to Virtua-On MARZ.
Mars.
Well, let's watch it. I honestly love this game. So I just want to watch the intro.
Ravaged by wars, fueled by the greed of cyber.
Watch it be copyrighted.
Vast deserts ignite with explosions as the shifting sands of the Red Planet obscure the blood of the fallen. But from the distant barren plains, a legend emerges. MARZ, Special Mechanized Investigation Unit in charge of security in the Martian Zone and the Limited Wars. The war for peace begins.
I love this. Now, is it going to give me the voiced version, or is this... Okay, it's the normal version. I was like, what? This is I love the Virtua-On series, even though I never got the chance to play the original one. Oh my god, it's so loud. I hope I'm not being drowned out. We're going to do dramatic mode, which, dang, I think I don't know if I need to do a new game or don't know if I need to do a new game or if I should continue from my old save, which I have. They're all New Game Plus at this point. Yeah, the last time I touched this mode was in 2007. Almost 14 years ago was the last time I touched this. Wow. I don't know what files left though. Because each one has each one is like a different difficulty, and I don't know what's what. And because I don't want to do this in the highest difficulty, because otherwise I will have trouble trying to show this game off. 2005. I also don't want it to be too easy. I wish I labeled these better. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this one. We'll see what happens. So, first off, control settings. I need to look at real quick. These are on These are on simple. Which, okay, I have to, so I'll explain a couple of things as we go on. I'm trying to think of what to talk about for this. Time attack, total boss time, total sorties, completed missions, number of times cleared twice. Alright, so Virtua-On MARZ is essentially the black sheep. More or less the black sheep, or like the not as good Virtua-On game. As many would say. Because this one made a lot of changes to what I feel is the superior game, Virtua-On Oratorial Tangram, or VOOT, V-O-O-T. That one is I feel like that's the superior game, because it has like all the Virtuoids, and it's essentially an arcade game. But this game decided to also give you, like, not only give you an arcade, but also give you a story mode. And this is to pretty much explain like what happened after the events of VOOT. Which basically in VOOT, because it was the game was called Oratorial Tangram. Tangram was this huge computer program that essentially went rogue, and it started wars between planets and companies, and it was up to whatever company to basically
retrieve Sgt.Hatter.
It was up to the two companies, DNA and RNA, so they were basically competing for control of Tangram. They didn't know that Tangram was actually evil, or pretty much evil and trying to kill all humanity. Let's put it that way. I know to a Virtua-On fan, this is probably not the exact story, but this is my interpretation of it. So I'm sorry if I'm wrong. You can correct me in the comments all you want. Just don't be mean about it. So after Oratorial Tangram ended, they sealed Tangram away because that thing was way too powerful and it could possibly destroy the entire universe. And essentially we have MARZ here, like the intro explained. We essentially have like groups like MARZ here that we're basically the guys that go around making sure that dang, I'm kind of jumping the gun here. Defeat all VRs. I have this one. let's not use Mr. Broken yet. Let me think of it. So basically, we decided to regulate these wars that go on, because war is essentially a profit. And essentially what happened is we have a G Gundam situation. So now the wars are also more or less a game. So that now everybody, like whenever there's a war that happens, it's pretty much a contest instead of just an all-out war between Virtuoids and whatnot. So what ended up being established is MARZ. I forgot what MARZ stood for, but it's M-A-R-Z. And essentially, we're essentially the cops. We're essentially like the cops that go around making sure that everybody's in compliance. That like everybody's not gonna like kill each other or do something illegal with these wars, like during the wars. And as we start things off, there's something wrong because one of our friends, Sgt.Hatter, essentially one of the best and noisiest characters of the game, has gone missing. And we need to retrieve him. So first off, I'm going to try and show off different VRs, but don't expect me to like switch between every single one. or constantly show them all off. I don't exactly have them all. I'm missing 2 or 3, but they're generally variations. So this is the, let me read it out. This is the Timgen 747JV, which is pretty much the same thing as the 747J, but the difference is that its stats are slightly higher. This is generally the VR you start out with, and you unlock more as you basically kill.
Welcome
constantly
to the
as you
Martian
kill,
front.
as you defeat other enemies. All of our episodes are essentially anime-esque, and this is the Vox series. Oh god!
Damn! It's Mars!
It's like, oh no, it's Mars! Oh, I gotta readjust my controls. And dead.
The Martian front is torn with conflict.
And we have this crappy narrator. Well, yeah, it's a crappy narrator. After every mission, we get rated based on how fast, based on, oh, this is a hard mode. I don't think this is very hard, but this is hard mode, so I should be okay. I'm gonna do a few missions because this is pretty much going up on a Saturday block. I'm gonna do a few missions, and essentially I'm gonna stop from, and then we'll stop from there. So it's gonna be multiple parts.
Intelligence reports an underground organization operating in the area. They're trying to rig the limited wars while fighting the military group's DNA and RNA.
Oh no, someone's messing with the limited wars. That's why we gotta step in. Now, why I like this game? Why I like this game? Okay, so if you don't know, you could say I pretty much do have a thing for giant robots, even though Virtua-On isn't exactly giant robots. They're actually virtuoids, and they exist in a digital sense. These are pretty much giant robots.
The disappearance of Sgt.Hatter indicates they're more powerful than we thought. At this point,
and
is
Virtua-On, oh my god, I have so many good memories. Mainly, I remember playing it at the first time I saw the game in the arcade, which, oh my god, I miss arcades. We will never be able to go to them now because of what's going on, but I saw this game in arcade. I remember seeing it on the Saturn once, and I was just like, what the heck is this? It didn't really look appealing because I think the box art didn't exactly look appealing at the time. Oh yeah, so okay.
Time to fight.
And all our missions are given these anime episode title cards. Oh, I got an A on this one? Well, let's fix that.
Get ready.
And that's probably why I took that. I have to get used to controls. So, I remember playing this in the arcade, and I was just fascinated with this game. Because, I'll say this much: you will never have that feeling of, oh god, I forgot. This is the control. You will not, I'll put, oh my god, what? I think that's why I got the double A. Because the guy ran away. forgot I'm using this controller. Huh. Don't start wrecking me. I'm taking damage when I shouldn't be. Okay. So in the arcade we had the twin sticks, which
caused by the underground.
Like, if you ever play Virtua-On with the twin sticks, it is such a different feeling than what we have here. It is such a different feeling. I mean, I cannot describe. I can't possibly describe it any better than what I am now. I would say that would be the second closest to essentially piloting an actual mobile suit. Like piloting an actual mobile suit or a giant robot. That is the closest we can get. The actual closest is is Steel Battalion with that super huge controller. That super huge controller. Anybody that has seen or played Steel Battalion or actually owns Steel Battalion knows what I'm talking about. Oh. Anyway, I played in an arcade. I believe that was the normal version of Virtua-On, and it got updates usually. And then I saw Virtua-On Oratorial Tangram on Dreamcast.
They're not our target.
And that's I think that's one of those. I think that's one of the rare games for Dreamcast because I don't really see that one too often. I bought it immediately. The guy that was the store that was selling it was one of those. It was a rip-off store. I'll say that much. I mean, they love to rip people off and sell things at absurd prices. And essentially, it was based on rarity. Oh well, this game is what they felt was rare, or a game that whether or not they heard of. More on that. I will tell that story later. But this game was selling for $70, and I saved up I saved up all of my lunch money because I essentially got $20 cash every 2 weeks. I essentially got $20 cash every 2 weeks, so I just held on to that money and skipped lunch. I held on to the money and skipped lunch. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pocket it. And it's teachers were concerned. I was like, oh, why are you skipping lunch? You need to eat. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll eat when I get home. I bought the game, and oh my god, I had a blast. It's one of those games that I would say it doesn't translate well to playing it on a pad. Or a control stick. I heard there was actual sticks. There was actual Virtua-On arcade sticks for the game, but I never actually seen them. I love Virtua-On a ton. As it took me for I never beat the final boss up until they re-released the game for Xbox 360 and PS3. PS3 sadly only has it in Japan though.
Get ready.
Oh my god, how are you dodging? You were dodging my best attack. Thanks. Oh, it's my favorite, but not favorite model in the Virtua-On series, because that is not because you are just a pale imitation of the real thing. So if you wanted to know, one of my favorite Virtuoids is Greasebach. And Greasebach is, oh my god, like, he was underestimated in the game. Because a lot of people will just pick will pick Faye Yin because she's fast. Well, they'll pick Faye Yin or Angeline. Ow. Huh? Yeah, if this was normal or easy mode, they wouldn't exactly move around so much. And I'm gonna have to start playing some tricks later, just to beat some of the enemies. Anyway, Greasebach was really underestimated, because he had the ability to essentially destroy all your armor, which was the system. That was the system back at in food. God dang it. There we go. It was such a because he had an attack that just basically broke all your armor, and with all your armor gone, you're just vulnerable to any attack. There is no blocking anymore. There's no blocking any attacks at that point. So then, like, I would say my other my next favorite would be the Raiden. Not Raiden from Metal Gear, but Raiden from this game. And dude, just like just having a giant laser just having 2 giant laser cannons, I feel that just makes anybody OP. Oh man. It took me forever to beat the final boss, because Tangram in her own game, she's incredibly hard, and you only really have one shot at beating her. Because if you can't kill Tangram in the allotted time, you get the bad ending. So you either had to just die, like, be like, okay, well, I didn't get this much damage at this point in time, I better just go ahead and die. Or you just had to win.
We will now launch a full assault on their stronghold.
Oh god, this narrator is so bored.
Hopefully, this attack will flush out the mastermind behind DNA.
So that's the thing about this game series. That's the thing about this game series, is that it's always DNA and RNA. Which I think, I mean, that's a play on the whole DNA and RNA thing, for DNA and RNA for humans, like for human body. But they're just essentially 2 different factions of the war. In Mars, we're gonna see like, I believe there's 2 other factions we'll get to see, and they're more or less small compared to DNA and RNA. So, I guess, like, how are we at wit's end when I'm going in, kicking everybody's butt? I'm literally destroying everybody. This is hard mode. So that is the Timjin 1080, the original Timjin. slowly remember the controls. That is our Timjin, well, the 707J, which is essentially what it upgraded to in the next game. Timjin is essentially the main character or main virtual unit of the game. It's basic. Let's just say it's pretty basic because like it has decent long range and short range capabilities. Doesn't exactly excel, but it does do but what it does do, well, what the 707J and future models did that the other ones did that is an iconic attack is the surfboard, which so that's how it is. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Oh. Dang it, I used two of them. I meant to use one. Oh my god. Okay.
The mission was successful. However,
yeah, I did worse. I get promoted anyway. In recognition of your valor, you were promoted to the above rank. Oh. So like Timjin is essentially it's pretty basic. It's pretty basic. Like the iconic attack it has, which I don't know if I can do it in this version. Oh, hey, boss time. I can't do it on the boss because it will get me killed. It's basically he turns his sword into a surfboard and just basically surfs on it towards you.
Target this location. Remember, our intelligence about this area is incomplete. Expect the unexpected.
Yes, sir, Mr. Boring narrator and commander.
So good luck.
This guy, Rescue Sgt.Hatter. So let me pick a different VR. I don't want to show off the H2. H2 I'll show off in a different. So that is our 707J. Here's our 707J Special Forces. And then here's our busted one. Here's the busted one. And then we have the 1080 Advance. I have to see what suits what VRs I have. If I do like request, because I'm pretty sure there's some I do not have. I know there's a couple I don't have.
final execution.
Oh my god, like the episode names are so. I would have done this I would have recorded this as an episode thing, but I don't think that would work.
Hey, be careful.
Got Hatter just up there. Yo, we're good. So here's how this boss fight's gonna work. I can barely do any damage to this guy, and that rumbling sound is my controller because I'm using a certain controller that shouldn't exist. Wow. First, we gotta dodge this guy because we gotta do our best and defend against this guy because if I try and attack him, he's like, ah! Because I do barely any damage to this guy if I'm attacking. And I also cannot attack this guy at close range. Oh, I switched to the 707J, so I don't have my cross slash, do I? Okay, hey, come on. I believe in S rank you need to one cycle this boss. I believe to like get a double S rank you have to one cycle this boss. I'm not entirely sure. And obviously do no damage, like get a no damage run. But in terms of that, in terms of Zegrot, that's kind of hard to do because you want to focus on dodging, and all of its attacks are pretty, like all of its attacks are pretty much has like incredible homing.
Thanks for showing up.
So this is Sgt.Hatter. We're gonna get to know him in the next chapter of this game.
The planet of mystery. Thanks to a rescue operation, two were united. Their combined skill and strength became legendary.
We became quick friends.
Added to the virtual era. The next chapter is a war called grief.
we gotta love our narrator. We gotta love our narrator. Wow, I did worse on that too. So I'm gonna save the game because our next mission we are actually going to, I believe, Jupiter. What file was this saved on? Okay, it leaves it. Alright, I will see you guys next time for more Virtua-On Mars. And there will be more me gushing about Virtua-On. So be ready.